Welcome to day 12 of our epic 40-day 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip as we traveled to Lake Tahoe in Nevada and California. First, we hiked the Rainbow Trail at the U.S. Forest Service Lake Tahoe Basin Management Unit. Next, we view Emerald Bay from Inspiration Point and tour the Hellman-Ehrman Mansion. In Edsburg Sugar Pine Point State Park, a storm rolled in, so we used the opportunity to do our laundry at the Lost Sock Laundromat. On the way back to our hotel, we made brief stops at Agate Bay and Lake Tahoe, Nevada State Park. Here we are on the road to Lake Tahoe. We stayed overnight in Carson City. Our first stop was at the Taylor Creek Visitor Center in the U.S. Forest Service's Lake Tahoe Basin Management Unit. We're now at the Emerald Bay State Park on Lake Tahoe and coming to the Visitor Center. The Visitor Center recommended we hike the Rainbow Trail, an easy 1/2 mile paved loop trail that meanders through forested glades with views of Taylor Marsh and Taylor Creek. The trail leads to the stream profile chamber. So this is actually the Taylor Creek Visitor Center.
Are you trying to catch up with the guide? We're catching up to them because they're going to stop and talk. Okay, so thank you. Oh, you're welcome.
Taylor Creek over there. This Lake Tahoe information sign presents fast facts about Lake Tahoe, including there are over 39 trillion gallons of water in Lake Tahoe. This would cover an area the size of California in 14 inches of water. Tahoe is so clear that objects can be seen 67 feet below the surface. Tahoe is the third deepest lake in North America, and lake waters never reach the ocean. This informational sign is titled The Ups and Downs of Faulting and explains the formation of Lake Tahoe. Uplifting formed the Sierra Nevada block of the crust. The Tahoe Basin sank between two parallel faults as the Sierra Nevada and Carson Range rose on either side. Lava flowing from Mount Pluto on the north shore formed a barrier across the basin's outlet. Water from rivers flowed into the basin, filling it to create Lake Tahoe. The sign titled Designed by Nature describes the forces that sculpted Lake Tahoe. Glaciers scoured away rock and created U-shaped valleys in the valley, resulting in elongated depressions now known as Fallen Leaf Lake, Emerald Bay, and Cascade Lake. This is a view of the surrounding mountains, which are part of the Sierra Nevada range. This area of the Rainbow Trail has an elevated boardwalk that meanders over the site's wetlands. The trail is rich in wildlife, offering chances to see mammals like black bears, coyotes, beavers, mule deer, and maybe even bobcats, and numerous birds, including bald eagles, osprey, herons, woodpeckers, Steller's jays, and waterfowl like mergansers and ducks. Here we are on the boardwalk. Here we have some ducks.
Isn't it adorable? Imagine having to stick your head in mud. If it's like a sealed pipe or something.
So we're right, so Mesa, Gilbert, Chandler.
All right there. All right. Like, you drive in, like I drive out of Mesa.
The stream that flows through the marshland and is featured on the Rainbow Trail is Taylor Creek, which flows from Fallen Leaf Lake into Lake Tahoe. The stream profile chamber is an underground viewing area with aquarium-like windows that provide an underwater view of Taylor Creek's aquatic life, including trout and kokanee salmon. This gives a stream profile. You can see the fish.
There's a fish there. fishy is up by the glass right there.
Oh yeah. There we go.
So one thing about Tahoe that you can take home to your friend.
So those are bear claw markings on the aspen. The markings on the tree trunk are bear markings. Bears use scent glands and visual marks to communicate their presence to other bears. Located here is a snowpack telemetry station, or SNOTEL. It's an automated weather station network operated by the USDA's National Research Conservation Service in the western United States. Each day the station uses pressure-sensitive pillows to weigh the snowpack. The system features a large metal precipitation gauge and a communication tower equipped with solar panels. The metal fins around the gauge act as a windscreen to ensure accurate snow collection. We next made our way to Inspiration Point, which offers breathtaking panoramic views of the bay, Finette Island, and Vikingsholm Castle from 600 feet above the water. And here's some views of the lake from the road. I thought this would be a better lookout, but apparently it isn't. Vista Point next right. And I guess this is called Vista View of Emerald Bay. Now this is called Inspiration Point, not Vista Point. Vista is the company that runs it. Here's more views from Inspiration Point. Emerald Bay at Lake Tahoe is a stunning glacier-carved inlet in California's Emerald Bay State Park, famous for its vibrant blue-green water, Finette Island, the only island in Tahoe, and historic Vikingsholm Castle. In 1969, Emerald Bay was recognized as a National Natural Landmark by the Federal Department of the Interior. In 1994, California state parks included the surrounding water of the bay as part of the park, making Emerald Bay one of the first underwater parks of its type in the state, protecting the various wrecks and other items on the bay's bottom. Edsburg Sugar Pine Point State Park is a large state park on the western shore of Lake Tahoe, known for its natural beauty and historic Hellman-Ehrman Mansion. The park is named to honor Edwin L. Zberg, a California state assemblyman who was a champion of environmental legislation, worked to protect Lake Tahoe to develop state parks and other natural areas. The park is in the high Sierra Nevada mountain range at an elevation of around 6,200 feet. It is covered in mixed coniferous forest. And this is a tree at Edsburg Sugar Pine Point State Park. This is a giant sequoia, identifiable by its massive straight trunk and distinctive reddish fibrous bark. It is a coniferous evergreen native exclusive to the western slopes of the Sierra Nevada mountains in California. This California ground squirrel had been following me for some time. Unlike tree squirrels, ground squirrels live in underground burrows and spend most of their time on the ground. The Visitor Center and gift shop are located in the historic Tank House building. Inside is an excellent bird display, information on local mammals and fish, and exhibits on biology, lake ecology, wildflowers, and trees. Here's the Visitor Center at Sugar Pine Point State Park. So they are preparing for a triathlon here. I don't know, it's probably tomorrow. We arrived the day before the 2025 Lake Tahoe triathlon was to be held. There were also aquabike and duathlon events taking place. The triathlon, here's more of the setup for the triathlon. It's tomorrow. So we're going to make sure we avoid the California side of Tahoe tomorrow. The Hellman-Ehrman Mansion, also known as Pine Lodge, is a historic estate and museum on the western shore of Lake Tahoe. Built in 1903 for San Francisco financier I.W. Hellman, the mansion is a prime example of the opulent summer retreats from a bygone era of Lake Tahoe's history. The Hellman-Ehrman Mansion is a Queen Anne-style home, though it is often referred to as a blend of several styles that became characteristic of early Lake Tahoe architecture. The combination of natural wood shingling and rough-cut stone exterior is considered a precursor to the Tahoe style, which aimed to blend grand estates into the surrounding High Sierra landscape. The interior is noted for its rustically elegant design, featuring unique elements like dining room walls covered in hand-woven strips of redwood. We were fortunate to be the only ones on this tour.
When they had it built, which I'm going to get to, that's fine. No, you can ask. They were here mid-June to Labor Day weekend. You know, East Coast, West Coast, the same for summertime. They had a summer staff about 5 to 15, and it was a private residence called Pine Lodge. And so all this is all original and part. Nice. It's a little telephone room.
So this is Pine Manor.
Oh, what a pretty place. You know what? It's comfortable.
It's very comfortable in
not,
here. This stays pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, look around. I'll explain things. Like I put this chair back. I had an ADA tour, so.
Here we are at the upstairs. This is the birdcage elevator.
What are some other things you might do while you're here, or do you know yet? You don't know yet. Just don't overbook it. No. Sometimes people rush. I don't think they're on vacation. We found a hot dog.
This is the master bedroom.
Better electricity went on the grid in 1920.
This is their bathroom. Another one of the bedrooms.
We went to
We ended up at a beautiful Italian restaurant,
Oh, okay.
but it says
Door,
And that
here's
was,
the secret
you know,
door to get
60s.
into the
And there wasn't a lot of,
servants'
you know,
areas.
tipping or anything going on. So I haven't heard much about tipping here, but I know it was a very good family to work for, and they gave some bonuses.
nice.
So up here,
Oh,
so the room that looks like the nanny originally was the head maid.
okay.
And then the head maid and the head cook moved out to what's now our bathroom.
So she had a sink in her room.
Yes, they had a sink. The head cook also had a sink in their room and a closet.
Nice.
All of those had
This is
closets.
where the
which
trunks
is
were.
another luxury. And they had a gazebo. This was not only natural light, but for the workers, they had to keep an eye on the pier. The trees have grown a lot in 120 years. So anyway.
Time in such a dry area
Yeah.
place.
It's not supposed to be.
This is the back
This is
stairway
where the
for
workers eat.
the workers.
Ice box and radio for entertainment.
Nice.
And then over here was all the food was cooking.
Oh, this was a nice room. Very nice.
And this is where the workers ate.
Wow.
This is the kitchen.
This is very cool though. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna look over here before we go down our last hallway.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, from the side, the other side. Very nice.
Now
This
that's
to
what
give
I
you an
call a
idea, I
sink.
think a whole sandwich is close to $15 at the market, and I think a hamburger up here is close to, you know, I haven't been to either one this year, but as I said, to me, most of the food, depending on how hungry, or I order, the kids like it. If I go get it, that's what I'm ordering. When you get all the way down here, you'll see some of the sport
This is
equipment.
where the
It's like
cleaning
the
equipment was
Lux.
kept.
My grandmother had
Oh,
lots.
lots, yeah. So if you wanted a fishing pole, a table game, badminton, tennis, anything like that, excuse me, you rang the bell here.
And this is the front of Pine Lodge. Currently, the front porch is undergoing some restoration work, so we weren't able to go out on it. And there's the view of Lake Tahoe from up here. When we visited, the primary restorative work at the Hellman-Ehrman Mansion focused on the historic porch structure and gardens. This was our first sighting of a Steller's jay. It is the only crested jay found west of the Rocky Mountains. It is distinct from the blue jay of eastern North America. Here is Mary with her arm in a sling. This is a view of the Hellman-Ehrman Mansion from the Tahoe shoreline. We now headed into the pier, which extends into Lake Tahoe. This is the welcome sign near the pier. Note the storm a-brewing. And here's the pier down here. Looks like storm's coming in, so we wanted to catch at least a little bit of what it looks like from here. From the pier, you can see a storm gathering over the distant mountains, creating a stark contrast between the sunny foreground and the dark, rainy sky in the background. With the storm now raging, we took the opportunity to do our laundry at the Lost Sock Laundromat. While waiting for our clothes to dry, we played cribbage. I-1. We made a brief stop at the Agate Bay Pier. This here is the Agate Bay Pier. That's the Agate Bay Pier. Our last stop before returning to Carson City was Lake Tahoe, Nevada State Park. This is Lake Tahoe, Nevada State Park. This is a lookout from it. It's a nice view of the lake. Lake Tahoe, Nevada State Park comprises multiple public recreation areas. This is the Sand Harbor area. Mary and I thank you for watching Day 12 of our 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip. We hope you'll join us for Day 13 as we return to Lake Tahoe. After a short private boat trip, we arrive at Emerald Bay State Park. We have another private tour, this time of Hellman-Ehrman Mansion, and then check into the Evo Hotel, Tahoe City. We travel to Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic to see Weird Al Yankovic perform on his Bigger and Weirder 2025 tour with special guest Puddle's Pity Party.